Hey people, welcome to yet another episode of Hearts and Kinks podcast. I am your host, Mary Sharon, and this is episode 4. So, on this episode, I asked my friends to tell me about the first time they had sex, or rather, their first sexual experience. Yeah, so before we listen, please subscribe, share this episode, and follow me on Instagram at the Mary Sharon. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Yeah, so have a listen and enjoy.
We were struggling on how to dispose a CD. So we didn't know that a CD floats in water. So what we did, we just threw it in the washroom and flushed. Little did we know it wouldn't go anywhere. So in the evening, my bro comes home and is like, "Shit, man, what did I just say in the washroom?" I'm like, "What?" I've seen a CD full of white stuff. Shit. Immediately I knew I fucked up.
It was funny. Actually, it was a party. So this was a random guy. He was hot. He was from, let's say he was a summer bunny. So he had come for this graduation party. We were there, and I was young. So we had sex. Near there was a tree, a big tree in that compound. Kulikuwa usiku, so tuliscrew hapo.
I was taking cows to graze to another farm, to another shamba. And so when I was there, anyway, I met this lady. I still remember her name is Regina. She was really lovely. We had a common place of where the cows drink or take water. Whenever I was taking cows there, she was right there. So met, finished with having the cows drank water, go back. So in our way, now taking the cows back, we had to stop, get to the farm. There was like a small room there. Went there, and I was totally a newbie. Did our thing. I doubt it even took 5 minutes. Yeah, so it was really lovely. Took my mind. I even forgot where the cows were.
I was young and dumb. No one really talked to me about my first time. I did it out of pressure, yeah, but I don't regret it because it was with a great guy.
It was unplanned sex because we had not planned for it. Yeah. We had just gone for run out for a date, and then tukapata kumbe kila mtu anaumia. No, the feelings made us to do so.
Okay, I've never had sex. Yeah.
I was excited that I was finally doing it. I was pretty young. It was my 18th birthday, and for some reason I felt that it's now time. I was excited, but it was scary. The act itself. I remember the smell of condoms. That it just wasn't a good smell. And the pain. Yes, it was very painful, and I think that was the first time I saw a fully erect dick. And in my head I was like, where the fuck is this going through? I kept asking him, is it supposed to go inside all of it? Are you sure? Have you done this before? It was big, and in my head I was like, there's no way this thing's going through. So already Nico scared. I was so scared. I think that made it even more painful. He tried to make me relax, but wapi. And I think it was painful for even a couple more attempts. Like by the time we had a full penetration, it was I don't know how many months later, after I don't know how many attempts.
The first time I had sex was when I joined university. I met a lady and we happened to get along. She told me to go to her place and visit. So I went to her place and she started getting touchy, all this kind of stuff, and then raised her hand and placed her arms on my thigh. Woo! Trust you me, it didn't take me 2 seconds to mess my trousers. Overwhelmed. I was super overwhelmed, my friend. So it took me a couple of minutes and then I recharged. She made a move and she had a condom and she asked me to wear it. I've never used a condom. That was my first time. So she opened the condom, helped me wear the condom, and then the game went on. Oh my goodness.
The first time was kind of creepy. Couldn't tell what we were doing. Like it was just something. It was not unique. It was something just there. Something rare.
It was so painful. I didn't like it at all. It was big and I was there. A virgin. I just remember it being painful. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it much like I do nowadays. It took me a little getting used to, but eventually I got to enjoy it. I got to love it.
It wasn't as enjoyable as people describe it. If anything, it was so awkward on my part. I stayed for a couple of months before ever thinking of doing it. Now I failed to understand, how do you find having sex enjoyable? I'm a fan. But anyway, that was then. Today we talk about a different story. And something else I remember is we used protection. I used to hear stories of people conceiving during their first time, and that used to scare me. I didn't want to get pregnant. I didn't want to have those infections.
The kissing part was so fire because it was very emotional. It was so full of love. It was so full of arousal. I was super turned on. I really felt it.
I didn't expect it to be actually like a fairy tale prince and princess thing. For me, I didn't feel like the experience was, that good because of the pain and everything. The experience was not that pleasant. In terms of penetration, it was not a good experience for me. Yeah.
I thought it was just something unusual. I don't know even how we reached to the point of having sex, but it was okay for my first time. It was kind of quickie. We just had a little romance and all, how do we call it, foreplay.
I only remember being so high. I don't remember anything else. Yeah, they say our first time is always shitty. No one has a best first time. And if they do, they are lucky.
You are so shy of everything. As in you don't know what to do. As in it was so, I don't know,
Can't remember. It ended quickly, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not like porn, it's not like in the movies, but if your first is with someone you deeply care about, it's bound to be good.
There's nothing mind-blowing. It was painful as heck, and for the longest time, I think for the first 3 years or so of me having sex, I didn't enjoy. It was so painful until I got to meet somebody who really knew how to listen to my body and teach me how to listen to my body.
I think I was still naive, man. I was taken advantage of, man. Wasn't all that for me. Yeah, it wasn't all that.
It was weird. First of all, I never ejaculated the first time I had sex. Nilikuwa naogopa kuget stuck huko ndani. So, I had some fears. First of all, the STIs. Second of all, AIDS. When you have such fears, you get there, it fucks with your mind. With all the fears in your mind. So just nikafika point, I faked it. Nimemwaga.
What really stood out was the fact that he cleaned up after the whole mess. It happened like twice or thrice before, it was okay. And he cleaned up all those times, no matter how many times I offered. And that is really impressive. We've come to the end of this episode, and if you're listening to me, that means you've enjoyed this episode. So hey, like, subscribe, and share this episode, and follow me on Instagram at the Mary Sharon for more of this content. And I'll be posting my podcast every Monday. Yeah, so bye.